Hi friends, welcome back to the channel, The Womb Goddess. My name is Susanna Sun, bringing through messages for the highest good of all, channeling from Goddess, Spirit, and the angelic realm. And we are bringing through messages for the ascension of the divine collective. The first card we have today to guide us through this message, of course, I am clairvoyant, but you all like them cards. So we have the Nine of Wands, and I love the images on this deck. The little beings flying around here are dragonflies. So you might have a dragon connection with this wands fire energy. Oh, hi, sweetie. You gonna come up here? The fiery red cat is interested in this one. And we do have a fae spirit, an elf, as well here in this card. So we're learning how to work with the fire energy. And the fiery beings are definitely very powerful, but we also have a lot to work with in terms of intensity and being very intentional about where we direct that energy. So the 9 is letting us know that we're almost there. We've almost reached this sort of completion of mastery of working with our fire energy, of knowing how to direct that energy. So if you've been experiencing kind of dipping your toes back into the shadow realms of anger or resentment, figuring out where to set appropriate boundaries, questioning yourself if you're setting those boundaries appropriately, and people especially can come reflect back, project at this type of person that they felt hurt by it. And there can be this sort of projection or demonization of this person when they're learning how to work with their magic, because people are really scared of this, and also because people are really jealous of it. And so this is part of the mastery at this 9 step. I do see us learning that evil eye is real, that we do have to protect ourselves, as in not taking on other people's energy, not letting ourselves feel guilt or shame or diminish ourselves for the intensity of the powers that we hold. This is a very inspiring person as well. They are able to channel their creative power, the Kundalini energy from the sacral center, and they're able to contain that within their bodies rather than expressing it externally. They hold it within and let it build. And then when it's really appropriate and it's really inspired and correct direction, then they're able to use that for this sort of magical purpose. Let me know if you relate to that message, friends. These messages are timeless, so you can use this whenever you are called to. It will be the perfect timing for you. And we'll see one more card to guide us today through our ascension process and the current experience. Well, I got 5, so something there about our progression. We do have a king coming up, so I'm going to pull him right away. The King of Pentacles, this very practical support coming. I see it mostly coming externally, so there's not so much of an action required on our own. The King of Pentacles does receive a lot as well, because he is in responsibility for everybody that brings gifts to him. So there's an action required, there's an active participation required, and there's a huge amount of responsibility required for this person. So that could be you internally working with your masculine in terms of receiving practical finances and support in terms of land or home, these kinds of practical things. And the 6 of Swords really balancing us out in terms of that masculine and feminine as well. I do see us learning how to work with both sides of ourselves and then choose which side is the most accurate for us. Of course, there is more coming to us in terms of these very practical messages. of support and money that we still are not accessing. So there is still a sort of resistance to the feminine pentacle. The Queen of Pentacles has not shown up here. And that resistance to the feminine is where we would have been receiving rather than giving, right? So that receptive energy is still in a state of wanting more attention and to lean more into that realm of allowing rather than achieving. Again, a confirmation with that, the Chariot in reverse, this knowing that we do have the ability to receive more, that there is more coming for us, but that we're currently not in a state to be able to receive it. And although there might be some emotions around that, we're kind of stuck in that 9 out of 10 for now. The cards come up to let us know where we're at so that we can accept it and then we can adjust it as we are ready, as we decide. And again, the 9 of cups of water in reverse. And there is our Lemurian diamond shining brightly, but she's reversed, again letting us know that we are in a state of imbalance currently with the masculine and the feminine parts of ourselves. And the way that this looks is often feeling like we're overgiving, feeling resentful for what we're offering, feeling that we're unappreciated for what we offer. And those things are happening because we're not meant to be offering so much. We are meant to be receiving more. And that cups is the feminine energy as well, right? The emotional, right? Allowing ourselves to receive the emotional fulfillment that would match up with that fire. If we have the fire and the water, the 9 of wands and the 9 of pentacles balanced, then we would have really powerful magic together. But since we have the 9 of wands upright and the 9 of cups reversed, we have an imbalance where that energy is not able to fully meet each other. And there's more of this idea and action and less of this receptivity and emotional fulfillment. So we can work to balance those things by stepping deeper into our feminine energy. This means resting. This means doing things that you enjoy. This means tuning in with your inner child and doing things that they would enjoy, like playing. What would you enjoy to play as a child? You can follow those types of things and balance out your masculine and feminine in that way. But it does require sort of untwist of the mind and the nervous system as well, as we step into that receptive role and we give ourselves permission to enjoy life rather than to feel like we have to always be doing and achieving. So that imbalance has the opportunity to come into balance again if you desire to allow it. If you want to learn more about this and you want to dive deeper into it, I do specialize in the masculine femininity polarity conversation because of my many years working with Tibetan Buddhist Tantra. And of course, those conversations about the Kundalini rising and about the sacral energy and the elixir of life staying within our bodies so that we're able to be this really magnetic force that allows everything we desire to come to us, especially as feminine beings, right? We are learning how to open ourselves to receive and still have that protection in terms of the evil eye reference, where people can send us jealousy or negative projections, and we can actually use that to feed us and transmute that into beautiful energy and send that back to them in their own way as well. That has the opportunity to nourish people around us. But of course, we don't take it on if they choose to receive that in a different way. Yes. Thank you so much for receiving this message and for supporting the channel. I really appreciate your likes and subscribes and comments. Please do comment if you have any specific questions about these topics. These are very in-depth topics that I really just touched on the surface of them. So I'm sure that there are questions that will come up about this. And as usual, if you wish to work with me privately, you can find me in the description box for various different offerings. And I look forward to touching in with you in the next message as well. Much love.